To the dream team for round 17 of Super Rugby. Very hard week to pick this week. So many good performers in the various positions. I probably could have picked a second 15 based on how many guys performed well this week, but I didn't. So you guys can let me know who was unlucky to miss out this week, because trust me, there are a lot of guys who I couldn't fit into the team, but probably deserved it. So yeah, we'll get started with the props. First one, Randrea from the Lions, just mainly for that scrum. That scrum was, I thought the Sharks scrum had been improved this season, but they still were under the pump by the Lions scrum in this game. It was a platform that the Lions probably could have built from to go on and win the game, but not able to do so. Aside from the scrum, 1 pass, 4 runs, 11 metres, 1 defender beaten, and 9 from 9 tackles. So solid defensively, which is what you want to see from your props. Second prop, Karl Tuinukuafe from the Chiefs. 1 try, which I love to see from props especially. Also a very strong scrum. It's strange that they've really had to replace so many props this season, but their scrum hasn't seemed to really be affected that much. 2 passes, 6 runs, 20 metres, 1 defender beaten, 1 clean break. Played 65 minutes. He's having quite a season as Karl. Hooker, perhaps the hardest of all to choose this week. I've gone with Augustin from the Jaguares. Really hard choice. There were a couple of the Aussie guys this week who had real blinders as well, so it was tough, trust me. But 5 passes, 1 offload, 13 runs, so very busy, but we know he's got a high work rate. 29 metres, 1 clean break, 2 defenders beaten, made 7 from 8 tackles. Their line-out was operating at 100%. He got 3 pilfers and forced 1 turnover. So at the breakdown, he was just a beast. Yeah, a big effort from him and a large reason why they were able to pretty comfortably run out winners in that game. Next, another man from the Jaguares. I've gone with Guido Petti. And he was mentioned in the comments in my weekly review as well because he had a very big game. 1 try. 3 passes, 7 runs, ran 111 metres, which for a guy in the second row is just madness. 2 clean breaks, and if you've seen him, he's in full flight when he's on those breaks. 2 defenders beaten, 10 from 10 tackles, 2 line-out takes, and 4 line-out steals. What a monster, honestly. I know that Stormers line-out has not been the best, but that's a massive week from him. Next, from the Brumbies, I've gone with Rory Arnold. I've not put his name at the front because Richie hasn't really been playing, so we should know which Arnold I'm talking about. Also scored a try, 8 passes, 1 offload, not 10 offloads, that'd be impressive. 13 runs, 53 metres, which is another big effort. 2 clean breaks, 6 from 7 tackles, 10 line-out takes, and in the maul, that guy is just... I mean, he uses that size of his to his advantage, both when they're mauling it up and also when he's trying to disrupt the opposition more. So, yeah, he's a pretty valuable guy to have in the team. Loose forwards, I've gone with Liam Messam from the Chiefs. So, 6 runs, 39 metres, that's solid. 2 clean breaks, 4 defenders beaten, pretty good. 8 of 9 tackles, 3 line-out takes, pretty solid. Guy had 14 passes. He was just everywhere in that first half. I mean, to put that in comparison, Hayden Parker from the Sunwolves had 10 passes, and he's a fly half. Rob Dupria, who's a fly half, had 13 passes. And, yeah, I've written somebody else whose name I can't quite read. 15 passes. Who is that? Oh, Jackson Garden Bishop. Sorry, my bad handwriting. So, yeah, basically what I'm saying is 14 passes for a guy in the back row is just incredible. He was a very busy man during that first half and really put in a good shift, so deserves his spot. Next, from the Blues, I've gone with Akira Ioane. 7 passes, which is indeed not bad himself. 1 offload, 14 runs. If you thought Guido Petti's run meters were good, 142 for Akira. 142 run meters, just incredible. 3 line breaks, 9 defenders beaten. I mean, he tops the table this season in terms of tackle busts. 1 line-out steal, made 6 out of 7 tackles. He's certainly good at what he does. Whether it's enough for the All Blacks going forward, there are other areas of his game to improve, but he's certainly good with the ball going forward. Likewise, Sikumbuza Noche from the Stormers. He got a try, 3 passes, 10 runs, which is pretty busy, 50 metres, 2 clean breaks, 5 defenders beaten, 8 from 9 tackles. Solid effort all round. I probably should have put him first because Akira's stats are a bit more impressive, but still a good effort in a losing team for the Stormers, Lucy. Next, scrum half, I've gone with Michael Ruru from the Rebels. So big shoes to fill when Will Guinea is out, but he still scored a try, 82 passes, 2 offloads, 8 runs, 17 metres, 1 defender beaten, 4 from 5 tackles, and even forced a turnover. So he was a busy man during this game. If there's one criticism I will have of him is sometimes, I mean, they're all scrum halves don't always pass kind of 100% accurately, but a few too many times passing above the guy's head, which just puts the guy catching the ball slightly flat-footed when they're catching onto it. But yeah, other than that, pretty big effort. And yeah, Guinea is a hard guy to replace, but he's doing a decent job. Next, from the Sunwolves, fly half, I've gone with Hayden Parker. So 1 try, 10 passes. Like I said, that's less than Liam Messam, so he wasn't passing it all the time. But he had 3 runs, 9 metres, 1 clean break, and offloaded once. His tactical kicking though was just great, and his work with the boot. He kicked 6 from 6 kicks, which really helped win the game at the end of the day. His tactical kicking was really just putting the Bulls on the back foot in this game. 9 out of 10 tackles, it's been a bit of a weakness of his game. He's a bit small, so one of the criticisms he gets is about his tackling, and sometimes he does fall off tackles, but 9 from 10 this week was a pretty good effort. Next, one of his teammates. You got to wonder why these guys aren't playing in New Zealand. Michael Little, 1 try, 1 try assist, 5 passes, 3 offloads, 13 runs for 57 metres, 3 clean breaks, 4 defenders beaten, 8 from 8 tackles, and forced 2 turnovers. The guy was just immense. He was everywhere. How did this guy not get a Super Rugby contract in New Zealand? I don't understand it. He's having a great season for the Sunwolves, and he would certainly not be missed if he was if he was wearing a Blues jersey. I'd be happy, put it that way. Next, Andre Esterhuizen from the Sharks. He also scored a try, 5 passes and an offload, 10 runs, which is what we like to see from him, 39 metres, 7 defenders beaten, 1 clean break, made 9 from 9 tackles. This is the kind of effort that I want to see from him when he's in a box jersey. I know he's not had that many chances, but he's got the stuff. Yeah, that guy with the ball in hand is just a wrecking ball. So more from him, please. And yeah, it was a hard choice in the midfield because there were other guys who put their hands up as well. But I've gone with Andre here. Next, outside backs. Salomon Alofa from the Chiefs. He got a try, 7 passes, 2 offloads, 11 runs, 117 run meters, 3 clean breaks, 10 defenders beaten. I thought Andre's 7 was good. 10 defenders beaten, 2 from 3 tackles. Was just a large part of the reason why the Chiefs were cutting the Highlanders to bits in that first half. Next, probably an unlikely choice here, is Andrew Muirhead from the Brumbies. He scored a try, 3 passes and an offload, 8 runs, 68 metres, 3 clean breaks, 4 defenders beaten. Made 4 from 4 tackles, including 1 on a rampaging Julian Savia. He put him down, no problem. Got him by the legs, put him into touch, easy. And Andy Muirhead's a pretty small guy, so for him to tackle the bus as well as he did was impressive. And also another tackle on Nihi Milner-Skudder as he was going for a try. So, yeah, great effort from him. Kind of don't judge the guy by his size because 4 from 4 tackles for an outside back is very good effort. And lastly, Batista Delgado from the Jaguares. So 1 try, no passes. The guy could probably use a pass every now and again. He tends to just put those blinkers on and just go straight ahead when he's got the ball. But 9 runs, 133 metres, which is massive. 2 clean breaks, 9 defenders beaten, and he's not a huge guy, so he's beaten them with the kind of fancy footwork of his and his ability just to slip a tackle. Also 4 from 4 tackles of his own. Big effort, and yeah, like I said, this was a really hard team to pick because there were so many outstanding guys. Please do let me know who you think you thought should have been in the team. I probably did have a look, and it was really agonizing sometimes to pick one above the other. Like for Krevy, I was going for those like 4 turnovers that he got rather than tries that scored, which is not like me, but I thought that was a pretty big effort. And yeah, you know me, I like tries, so those guys, for the most part, tend to get preferential treatment. But hey, like I said, you guys let me know your thoughts, and I'll talk to you again soon. See you later.